What's up, guys? How we doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Got another fun one today. Mr. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is back in town. It's just what you Dems have been fighting for so long, which surprises me because I don't know why you guys think that it's so good to fight for an illegal criminal more than you fight for your own people. But anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today. This is going to be a good one. Stay tuned. Be back in a second. All right. So your best friend, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is back on American soil. But I just picked up this little article from Fox News, and it's all over. I just picked the one from Fox because it had a couple videos to go along with it, so I picked that one. And I know how some of you feel about Fox News, and I feel you. You know, it's still mainstream media. Okay, whatever you feel about Fox and CNN, it's all mainstream media. It's all kind of washed up a little bit. But anyway, Fox News, take that for what you will. But it's just an opinion article, so it's not like anything based on any... Well, it is maybe based on facts, but it says opinion, not the homecoming Dems and Abrego Garcia hoped for. Yeah, the Dems want to just keep him here, but fortunately for us, but unfortunately for the Democrats, which is the largest domestic terrorist organization to ever exist, the Democrat Party, they were just hoping that, catch and release, bring him back, let him just be back with his family. No, that's not happening. He's got so many charges going against him and the Attorney General has already said that once he's found guilty, he's going to serve all his sentence and then immediately from there go back to his home country. So this just sounds like a big waste of taxpayer money to me. I mean, if you're sending him back on our dime, running him through court on our dime, letting him run some big, however long sentence it is, which I think they should give him maximum. I think whatever the maximum is, they should give him. Because I think they need to start making an example out of these people. Give them the maximum sentence, whatever that is. But I think they should do more than that, just because, because they need to start making an example out of these people and show them that, we're not putting up with this anymore. You don't sneak across our borders, traffic humans and drugs and whatever, and kill people, and you don't get away with that. We're not going to tolerate that anymore. And unfortunately for him and the Democrats that love him so much, it's not going to be what you think it is. This isn't a catch and release president like the last one was. And if you don't know, let's see what Pam Bondi has to say about what he is actually being charged with. And it's a big, long laundry list of stuff. So I would guess he's not going to be getting out anytime soon. I think he was just better off just stay there. Because I'm sure once he gets back to El Salvador, or wherever it is he's from, I believe it's El Salvador, he's probably facing charges there too. So you're fighting so hard for these illegal immigrants, criminal immigrants, terrorist immigrants, gang member immigrants over the actual people that are paying for you to be where you are. That's the problem we have here. But anyway, let's get on to Pam Bondi's video, see what she has to say, and then we'll be right back.
Good afternoon. We're here today to announce a major update in an important case. Abrego Garcia has landed in the United States to face justice. On May 21st, a grand jury in the Middle District of Tennessee returned a sealed indictment charging Abrego Garcia with alien smuggling and conspiracy to commit alien smuggling in violation of Title 8 U.S.A. 1324. We want to thank President Bukele for agreeing to return Abrego Garcia to the United States. Our government presented El Salvador with an arrest warrant, and they agreed to return him to our country. We're grateful to President Bukele for agreeing to return him to our country to face these very serious charges. This is what American justice looks like. Upon completion of his sentence, we anticipate he will be returned to his home country of El Salvador. The grand jury found that over the past 9 years, Abrego Garcia has played a significant role in an alien smuggling ring. They found this was his full-time job, not a contractor. He was a smuggler of humans and children and women. He made over 100 trips, the grand jury found, smuggling people throughout our country. MS-13 members, violent gang terrorist organization members throughout our country. Thousands of illegal aliens were smuggled. This is especially disturbing because Abrego Garcia is also alleged with transporting minor children. The defendant traded the innocence of minor children for profit. There are even more disturbing facts that the grand jury uncovered. It is alleged this defendant is part of the same smuggling ring responsible for the death of more than 50 migrants in 2021 after the tractor trailer overturned in Mexico. This is part of that same ring. The defendant abused undocumented alien females, according to co-conspirators who were under his control while transporting them throughout our country. This defendant trafficked firearms and narcotics throughout our country on multiple occasions. They were using vehicles, SUVs, with added seats in the back, floors that had been ripped out, guns, narcotics, children, women, MS-13 members. That is what the grand jury found. A co-conspirator alleged that the defendant solicited nude photographs and videos of a minor. A co-conspirator also alleges the defendant played a role in the murder of a rival gang member's mother. These facts demonstrate Abrego Garcia is a danger to our community. We want to thank the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, our state and local partners, our acting U.S. Attorney Robert McGuire, and prosecutors from the Joint Task Force Vulcan.
So that sounds like a lot he's got going for him. He's got, human trafficking, drug trafficking, eliciting a minor. And so is this what you guys really wanted? I mean, this is what you guys fought so hard to bring back to our country. I mean, for what? To spend more taxpayers' dollars on something nonsense? Just send him away. There's far better things we could do with our tax money than to give this guy a trial. He never came in the right way. He snuck across our border. Why should he deserve due process? Oh, because that's the American way. The American way is, if that's the American way is freaking stupid. That is not democracy. That's catering to the enemy. That's giving in to the enemy. And this last administration was one of two things. Either they were too weak, too scared to stand up to these people, or they were in on it because they're domestic terrorists. Which I think it's the second. I think it's the second on that because they're fighting so hard for this. They're on the inside. They're all over the place. Joe Biden just opened it up. Just come on in. Just open up the border. Come on in. I don't care what you are. We're not even going. We don't care what your background is. Just come on in to help destroy the country. We're not doing a good enough job. We need you guys to help come destroy our country too. Destroy it from within. That's the Democrats in a nutshell, right there. They're both they're too weak to stand up to the enemy. And for two, they're They're in on it. They're part of it. They want to destroy America just as bad as the enemy wants to destroy America. That's what a domestic terrorist is. And for those that were saying, oh, he was a good father, a good husband, he was getting his life back on track. He was just trying to get his life back on track and be a good father and a good dad and good husband. His wife has a little bit different to say about that too. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Came to fill out a protective order. I think it was in December. But I didn't show up to the court because his family washed my brain telling me that his dad was sick and not to do it. So I didn't do anything. But after that, it was I would call the police. I have a lot of police reports, and I kept trying to get to the door basement to try to open the door, and then he pushed me. So then when I was able to go outside to get a phone, I called 911 from a disconnected phone. Now they took a long time to get to the house. It was probably 20, 30 minutes. So I saw a neighbor walking his dog, and I opened the door and I was like, help. And then when he heard me, he grabbed me from my hair and then he slapped me. And then the neighbor, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to react. I have pictures of the evidence, all the bruises, because even on Wednesday, he hit me around 3 in the morning. He would just wake up and hit me. And then last Saturday for my daughter's birthday party, before I went to my daughter's birthday party, he slapped me 3 times. And then last week I did call the police. My sister called the police because he hit me in front of my sister.
Yeah, so he beat her all the time. He beat her right in front of people. He didn't care. Just beat her right in front of her neighbor when she was trying to get help from him. She was trying to call 911, and our fantastic blue state governed police force took forever to get there. And by that time she was at a neighbor's house, and he beat her right in front of the neighbor. He smacked her and she had bruises. Sounds like a really model husband to me. I mean, is that what these people, this is what you people are fighting for so hard, to come back to our country and spend our taxpayers' dollars to find him guilty, which he's going to be found guilty. I'm positive of that. Spend years and years and years in prison on our dime, on our taxpayers' dime, just to get sent back home as soon as he gets out. That makes no sense. Y'all are just, I don't know what y'all are domestic terrorists. You hate America. If you hate America so bad, why don't you leave? Leave us that do love America here, and let y'all that hate America go somewhere else. You're ruining it for us. We love it. We're trying to make America great again, and y'all are just trying to ruin America. I mean, how is that making America great? By fighting for these criminals. You're fighting harder for criminals than you are for legit citizens and legal immigrants. You're fighting more for them. They come in and they don't pay anything for their health care. They get free health care. They get free everything. Free on our dime. They don't even pay your salary. I mean, how can you support these people that don't even help contribute to your salary? Talking to you politicians that are fighting to get them back. They're not paying. We the Americans are paying for your salary so you can fight harder for them than you do for us. Make it make sense. Somebody in the comments, make that make sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me, but maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm missing the point here. I mean, do we believe in due process? Yes, we do. It's in our Constitution, but that's for, I mean, it's for certain cases, says me. I don't believe it's really across the board, especially for illegals that sneak across our border and commit heinous crimes. Yeah, he's back. He's getting his due process. I mean, you guys just thought that we're going to bring him back and he's going to just be back out on the streets again doing what he does. Nope. Sorry. Not with Trump and his administration, because they're not catch and release. They're not a catch and release administration. They're a catch you and send you back. Or you want due process? Here you go. Here's your due process. Now, good luck in prison for the rest of your life. Basically. But I think if they started if they started being a little bit harsher on these people, like, let's just say, and I'm not trying to claim anything, YouTube. I'm just saying that imagine if they did this. Imagine if they public execution. Public, national TV, let everybody watch it. Eventually people would start saying, yeah, I don't want to do that. Because that would show these people that we mean business. Okay, I'm not trying to push for that, YouTube. I'm just saying that imagine if they did that. People would start realizing that this isn't okay. It's not okay to come to America and traffic humans and drugs and kill and murder and rape and whatnot and terrorize our people. That's not okay. If we start showing them that this is what happens to you when you do that, I mean, I think even deportation is, let's due process these people. Maybe you're right. Maybe let's due process these people. Let's make an example out of them. Let's bring them all back so we can go through due process on these people. That's what the Dems want. That's what the Dems, let's do it. Let's due process these people. Let's show them that we mean business. Okay. I think sending them back to El Salvador was the easy way out. If you want my opinion, that was the easy way out. For them, not for us, for them. That was the easy way for them. They should be grateful that that's all we did. Because either way you look at it, they're probably going to spend the rest of their life locked up. Just saying. I mean, they're probably going to spend the rest of their life locked up, regardless where they are. If we send them back to El Salvador, they're probably going to spend their life in prison. We keep them here and due process them here, they're probably going to spend their whole life in prison. So what does it matter? I mean, and when you do get out of here, you're going back to your home country anyway. Probably to go to prison for there for the rest of your life, because you're probably wanted on trial there too. We're not a catch and release country anymore. We've got somebody in there that's not going to put up with it. He's here to make America safe again and make America great again. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to call it that as you will, our dictator in chief, as you like to call him, is actually complying with these rogue judges. These rogue biased judges that are trying to block him every move he makes. He's complying. Would a dictator do that? Would a dictator comply with these rogue judges? If he's a dictator, he'd say, "Shut up! I'm in charge." No, they're complying. They're appealing. They've appealed, and this Abrego Garcia went to the Supreme Court, and they said bring him back for due process. So guess what happened? They brought him back for due process. That doesn't sound like dictatorship to me. That sounds like that's how it's supposed to work. And he's doing what he's told. I feel, and a lot of us feel, that he should have been able to just send him back, deport him, but apparently the Supreme Court said no, so he's complying. Would a dictator do that? It's just a question. But anyway, starting to rant. You got your savior back, you Dems. You got your savior back, but it's not going to be pretty. Just saying, your best friend, your savior, your whatever it is you want to call him, he's back. But it's not how you think it's not going to turn out how you were hoping and planning for it to happen. We're not just bringing him back and letting him go free like you wanted. He's actually going through his due process. And we're expediting that due process. You guys want to fight harder for him, we're putting him in front of the line. So he's going to get his due process, and he's probably going to spend the rest of his life in a prison, whether it's here or there or what. So anyway, hope y'all are happy. That's the show for today. Appreciate y'all. Love you. There's links below if you're interested in anything. My other channels, way to support. If you feel like it. If not, appreciate you still. Love you. See you in the next one.